Good afternoon, everyone. We are back in Regulatory Affairs Week 5 session with topic US FDA when observational data counts for supplements under DSHEA. In previous session, we discussed about the role of observational trials in herbal and nutraceutical regulatory pathways, including key regulatory bodies, types of observational studies, challenges, and digital health technology in observational trials. In today's session, Rutuja Shinde ma'am will deliver the session on the topic of US FDA when observational data counts for supplements under DSHEA. Over to you, ma'am.
The slides are visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this session on when observational data counts for supplements under DSHA, that is Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. Today, we will explore uh, how the US FDA views observational evidence in the context of dietary supplement regulation. So, by the end of this talk, you will be equipped to recognize credible evidence, avoid compliance pitfalls, and apply DSHA principles effectively. Today's regulatory journey. So, here is our roadmap for today. We will move through four key stages. DSHA framework, we will understand the legislative roots and what the FDA expects. Then evidence standards, how observational data can meet competent and reliable scientific thresholds. Then compliance strategies, how manufacturers apply this in practice. And risk management, real world examples of enforcement and how to stay compliant. Each section builds upon the last, giving you a clear picture from law to application. Uh, then DSHA Foundation. So the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act, enacted in 1994, forms the legal backbone of supplement regulation. Unlike drugs, supplements do not need a pre-market FDA approval. Manufacturers can go to market faster, but they bear full responsibility for safety and substantiation. This framework empowers innovation but also demands self regulation. Your product is presumed safe until evidence proves otherwise. That is why credible scientific backing is essential. Then DSHA's core regulatory pillars. So it stands on three pillars: market access, structure, function claims, and safety standards. So, market access supplements can launch without FDA pre approval, but safety responsibility is on the manufacturer. Structure function claims, you may describe how a supplement affects body structure or function, but must file with FDA within 30 days and include the standard disclaimer. Then safety standards, post-market surveillance is critical. Uh, Adverse event reporting is mandatory, and the FDA actively monitor signals. So remember, freedom comes with accountability, especially in safety reporting. Evidence spectrum. So DSHAs require all structure function claims to be supported by competent and reliable scientific evidence, but not all evidence is created equal. In supplements, a mix of RCTs, cohort data, and observational studies builds the totality of proof. Observational evidence is especially important for real world usage and safety. So let's see where it fits in the traditional hierarchy. So traditional evidence hierarchy. In this hierarchy, systematic reviews and RCTs sit at the top. RCT is nothing but randomized control trials. They sit at the top, offering the highest internal validity. But below them, cohort and case control studies provide real world perspective. At the base lies observational data, not casual, but critical for spotting associations, safety signals, and usage patterns. For supplements, long-term long-term use is widespread, observational data often reveals insights as cities can't, especially population level trends. Then, when observational data matters. So, the FDA accept it in specific scenarios, tracking population level health trends, identifying safety signals, then accessing nutrient intake or documenting traditional use. So, however, it can't prove or support disease claims. Observational data must always be a part of a larger body of evidence, not the sole foundation for efficacy. So, FDA's perspective on observational evidence, the FDA views observational data as a supportive, not decisive. So, it is acceptable for demonstrating a real world patterns and plausible association. But limitations include inability to prove cause and effect, vulnerability to confounding, and restricted use for disease or strong structure function claims. It's valuable, but only when presented with a balance and context. So, acceptable applications are population level health trends, safety signal detection, nutrient intake assessments, then traditional use documentation, preliminary efficacy indicators, and regulatory limitations are cannot establish causations insufficient for disease claims requires supporting evidence subject to confounding variables and limited for structure function claim alone. Then observational data categories. So three main categories provide observational insights. First is cross sectional studies. So, snapshot data showing associations at a single point in time, great for prevalence studies. Then, longitudinal cohort data following populations over years, ideal for long term safety or nutrient tracking. Then, administrative databases, real world evidence from insurance, EHRS, or national surveys. Um, Together, they offer breadth, depth, and diversity if analyzed responsibly. Then NHNE is the gold standard. So this stands for the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, which represents the most authoritative source of observational data for supplement manufacturers. So this CDC program provides continuous nationally representative health data. So, for manufacturers, NHNES helps quantify nutrient gaps, identify risk groups, and show association between supplement use and health status. Then these are some data applications. So NHNES data supports three main applications. First is nutrient gaps. So spotting widespread deficiencies supplements can address. Then target populations, defining demographics with increased needs like older adults. or specific ethnic groups. Then health correlations, linking nutrient intake with biomarker improvements using NHNES allows your claims to be population grounded and evidence based. Then we'll see now case study vitamin D deficiency. So take vitamin D, NHANES consistently shows over 40% of US adults have insufficient levels, especially in northern states and winter months. So this data correlate with the bone health markers, reinforcing structure function claims like supports bone health. It's a textbook case where observational findings align with psychological rational, creating strong compliant support for claims. Then regulatory acceptance criteria. So to count towards substantiation, observational data must meet four criteria. So first is study quality. Methodology must meet scientific standards with appropriate sample sizes and statistical analysis. Then population relevance, result applicable to your product's users. Then biological plausibility, observed associations must align with established mechanisms of action and nutrient physiology. Then consistency, findings should be reproducible across multiple studies and populations when possible. So meeting all four gives regulators confidence your claims are based on science, not chance. Then structure function claims framework. So DSHEA allows structure function claims statements about supporting body structure or function if properly substantiated. Observational data can help when it clearly shows physiological effects aligned with the nutrient biology and meets reliability standards. So the key phrase is competent and reliable scientific evidence, meaning professionally conducted, reproducible, and relevant research. Then claims substantiation requirements. So there are three pillars to competent evidence. First is competent evidence that designed and executed by qualified experts. Then reliable evidence, reproducible results from well-designed studies with a minimal bias and confounding factors. And relevant evidence, data directly applicable to the product formulation, dosage, and target population. So observational studies must meet all three to qualify as a part of your substantiation file. Then observational data strengths. So when applied properly, observational data offers distinct advantages. So real world evidence reflecting a normal use conditions. So it reflects actual usage patterns and outcomes in diverse populations under normal conditions, natural consumption pattern, then diverse demographic representation and long-term observation periods, then large sample size, enabling subgroup analysis and rare event detection, that is enhanced statistical significance, subpopulation analysis capabilities, and rare outcome detection, and cost effectiveness, leveraging existing data sets, avoids $1 million RCT budgets. So together these strengths make observational studies essential tools for supplement evidence portfolios. Then critical limitations. So, but every method has limits. Observational data can be confounded by lifestyle, recall bias, or health health conscious behaviors. Cross sectional designs can't confirm direction of effect. Did supplement use cause improvement or result from it? Understanding and disclosing these limits prevents overstated claims and protect your brand from enforcement. Then a key observational data limitation. So first is confounding variables. Multiple factors may influence observed outcomes, making it difficult to isolate supplement effects from lifestyle, diet, or genetic factors. Then selection bias. Supplement users often exhibit a healthier behaviors overall, potentially skipping result in a favor of positive association. Then recall bias, self-reported supplement use may be inaccurate due to memory limitations or social desirability responses. And temporal relationship, cross-sectional studies cannot establish whether supplement use preceded or followed observed health outcomes. Then FDA enforcement considerations. So mm, now let's talk about how the FDA enforces DSHEA's requirements. So the agency closely monitors claims that misuse observational data. Common red flag include presenting associations as proven effects, ignoring contradictory findings, or using extra exaggerated disease prevention language. Um, Conversely, compliance indicators are balanced data presentation, proper disclaimers, and documented substantiation. The golden rule: don't claim what your evidence can't prove. Observational associations, causations. So, this is the golden rule for FDA enforcement consideration. Then, practical application. So, how do we apply this responsibly? So, there are a clear four-step approach here. First is evidence assessment. Evaluate all available observational studies for quality and consistency. Then claim development. Phrase structure function statements accurately to match evidence strength. Then risk analysis, anticipate potential regulatory challenges before publication. And implementation, use disclaimers and monitor new data regularly. So this method ensures scientific honesty and long-term compliance. A great real-world example is omega-3 fatty acid. So dozens of population studies show people who eat more fish or omega-3 have better heart health outcomes. So this data support claims like supports cardiovascular health, but not prevent heart disease. Remember, observational data shows correlation, not protection. So when aligned with the biological rationale, like anti-inflammatory mechanism, these claims become both um, persuasive and compliant. Omega-3 evidence profile. So omega-3 evidence rests on three pillars again: populational study, epidemiology data linking fish intake to fever cardiac events, then biomarker research, observational links between omega-3 levels, inflammation, and lipids, then mechanistic support, biochemical evidence explaining how omega 3 affect heart function. So this triangulation, epidemiology, biomarkers, and biology creates a robust justification for structure function claim. Then acceptable claim language. So here is how wording determines compliance. So compliant examples, it supports cardiovascular health, helps maintain normal triglyceride level. Non-compliant prevent heart attack, reduce heart disease risk by 30%. So notice the difference. Compliant language describe support, not treatment or prevention. Always ask, does the wording reflect correlation or causation? Only the former is allowed under DSHEA. Then documentation requirements. So to defend any claim, you must maintain a substantiation file. So this include a scientific literature review showing how you evaluated existing observational data, then expert opinion assessments from qualified scientists confirming adequacy, then product specific substantiation data linking your exact formulation and dosage to the claimed benefit. So if FDA ever asks for justification, this file become your first line of defense. Then industry based practice. So leading supplement companies have built a robust compliance system. Uh, Best practice include combining the observational, mechanistic, and interventional studies for complete portfolio. So, multiple study types combine observational data with the clinical trial and mechanistic study for robust evidence portfolios. Then, systematic reviews, commission independent systematic reviews to synthesize observational evidence objectively. Scientific advisory boards engage independent experts to evaluate evidence quality and claim appropriateness, and ongoing surveillance, monitor emerging research, and adjust claims based on evolving evidence. So, the best companies treat compliance as continuous, not one time. Then quality assessment framework. So let's review how to judge observational quality. Four checkpoints. First is study design evaluation, strong methodology, valid states. Then bias risk assessment, identify potential sources of bias, including selection, information, and confounding factors. Then consistency analysis, evaluate reproducibility across different populations, settings, and research groups. And biological coherence, ensure observed associations align with known physiological mechanisms and dose response relationships. So this framework helps weed out weak or misleading data before it reaches marketing. Then risk mitigation strategies. To stay ahead of enforcement, proactive risk management is key. Start with a legal review early in claim development. Use conservative language, understate rather than overpromise. Maintain robust documentation and train all staff, especially marketing in compliance basis. So when science, legal, and marketing work together, claims remain credible and defensible. Then regulatory, so we have just discussed this. When science, legal, and marketing work together, claims remain credible and defensible. Then common compliance pitfalls. So here are the mistakes that often trigger FDA warning letters. Cherry picking data, only favorable studies while ignoring contrary data. Then causation implications, using language that suggest causal relationship when only associations are established. Then magnitude misrepresentation, exaggerating effect sizes or clinical significance beyond what data supports. And population extrapolation, applying findings from specific populations to broader consumer groups inappropriately. So avoiding this pitfalls or traps isn't just about a legal safety. It is about protecting consumer trust and brand reputation. Then global perspective. So outside the US, regulators take a varied approach. So in Europe, European Food Safety Authority is stricter, requiring interventional evidence and clear causation. Health Canada mirrors DSHEA but uses structured monographs for traditional use. Globally, the trend is toward harmonization as real world data quality improves. More regions recognizes observational evidence. For international players, aligning to the highest standard simplifies a multi market approval. So harmonization opportunities, as observational data quality improves through digital health initiatives and large scale biobanks. International regulatory harmonization may evolve to a better recognition real world evidence. Then future regulatory trend. So the future is digital and data rich. I expect more AI-driven analytics to detect a bias, big data integration from EHRS and wearables, and growing focus on personalized nutrition using genetics and biomarkers. Regulators are beginning to explore how these new data types fit under DSHEA's scientific evidence requirement. For companies, this means evolving capabilities, investing in analytics, data validation, and privacy compliance. Then emerging data sources. So now new source like digital health platform wearables, EHRs, that is electronic health records, and biobank studies. So digital health uh, platform, wearable device, and health apps generating continuous real world data on supplement use and health outcomes. EHR, healthcare system data providing longitudinal information on supplement use patterns and associated health metrics. Then biobank studies, large scale genetic and lifestyle databases enabling precision nutrition research with observational methodologies. So, however, they raise new questions. Are these data validated? Are privacy laws met? Integrating them requires caution and transparency. Only validated, reproducible metrics should feed a claims substantiation. Used responsibly, these tools will redefine what observational evidence means in the next decade. Then technology integration challenges. So while emerging data sources like wearables and health apps are powerful, they also introduce a new regulatory challenges. Um, So, data quality consideration. Regulators now expect a strong data quality control. So, three priorities stand out. First is validation requirements. So, verify accuracy and reproducibility before inclusion in evidence packages. Then, privacy compliance, navigating HIPAA, GDPR, and other privacy regulations when using health data. Then standardization needs developing consistent methodologies for analyzing diverse observational data types. So these steps transform big data from exploratory to regulatory grade evidence. Without them, submissions risk being dismissed. Then this is a case study in practice. So first one is probiotics and digestive health. So let's look at a practical case probiotics. Larger scale dietary surveys show people who consume fermented foods report a better digestive well-being, but the claim must stay within structure function boundaries, supports digestive health, not treat IBS. The key strategy is triangulation, combining traditional use, mechanistic evidence on gut flora, and observational trends. So, this layered approach produce compliant science-based marketing claims that satisfy both DSHEA and consumer expectation. Then probiotic claims development. So to build a compliant probiotic claim, follow these four steps. First is evidence collection. Gather observational and mechanistic data on gut flora balance. Then mechanistic support, show how specific strains influence intestinal function. Then claim formulation, use conservative language like helps helps maintain intestinal flora balance. Then substantiation package, it include traditional use, safety, and reproducibility data. So this process demonstrate due diligence and satisfies competent evidence requirements. Then second case study is antioxidants and cellular health. So another example, antioxidant. Observational studies consistently link higher antioxidant intake with a lower oxidative stress biomarker. So this support structure function claims like helps protect cells from oxidative stress. But remember, correlation is not equal to prevention of disease. The strongest submission pair observational trend with mechanistic support and historical use, showing both plausibility and tradition. Then antioxidant evidence framework. So here is the evidence hierarchy for antioxidants. First is population studies show intake outcome correlation. Then biomarker correlation demonstrate measurable physiological effect. Then mechanistic understanding explain antioxidant pathways. Safety documentation confirm tolerability and dose safety. And traditional use history provide a long standing support. So together these levels form a comprehensive substantiation chain from population to mechanism. Then regulatory success factors. So let's summarize what success looks like. 80%, 85% evidence quality claims supported by peer-reviewed observational data stand strongest. 92% conservative language, modest factual claims avoid enforcement. 78% documentation completeness, thorough substantiation files correlate with the regulatory success. So, in short, quality, caution, and completeness are the three pillars of DSHEA compliance. Then industry evolution. So this supplement industry has matured tremendously since DSHEA's inception. We have moved from anecdotal claims to data-driven validation. Top companies now treat observational research as a compliance tool, not a marketing afterthought. So the next phase is integration, merging digital evidence, mechanistic data, and observational insights for holistic substantiation. So science first brands are setting the new benchmark for credibility. Then professional development recommendations. So to stay current, professionals must evolve alongside the science. So three continuous learning areas. First is regulatory training. Uh, s- Regulatory training, attend FDA workshops, follow new guidance updates, and study enforcement trends. Then scientific literacy, strengthen understanding of epidemiology and observational methods. Then cross-functional collaboration, align scientific, legal, and marketing teams to speak one language. Competent evidences start with the competent professionals. So now we'll see one by one. Regulatory training. So ongoing education is non-negotiable. Participate in annual conferences and subscribe to FDA guidance updates. Regulation evolves quickly. Today's a safe claim might be tomorrow's a red flag. Sharing lessons and case studies with the peers helps keep compliance culture alive. Remember, regulatory learning is a continuous, not even event based. Then, scientific literacy to evaluate observational research effectively, you must speak its language, understand the study design basics, bias control, and statistical interpretation. Um, for example, can you distinguish correlation from confounding? Mastery of epidemiology fundamentals empowers you to challenge weak evidence and defend strong findings before auditors or agencies. Then, cross functional collaboration. Compliance is a team sport. Your regulatory team ensure legality, scientists ensure validity, and marketing ensure clarity. Um Regular communication between these groups prevent claim drift when scientific accuracy gets lost in creative messaging, and integrated workflow builds consistency, credibility, and confidence across departments. So this is about professional development recommendations. Then quality control systems. So high performing companies maintain formal quality systems for claim substantiation. So this include evidence review, systematic evaluation of observational data quality and relevance, then claim development meetings, multi-team collaboration, then legal assessment, regulatory council review of proposed claims and substantiation, and ongoing monitoring, continuous surveillance for new evidence and regulatory developments. So this systematic approach ensures every claim remains defensible and updated. Then documentation best practice. So in FDA audits, documentation is your shield. A complete substantiation file shows a good faith compliance, organize all studies, reviews, and expert opinions, maintain traceable version control and date stamps. When evidence evolves, update claims and files accordingly. Good documentation doesn't just meet DSHEA; it demonstrates scientific integrity. Then essential documentation elements. A robust file should include literature database, every relevant observational study summarized and quality rated. Then expert opinions, independent scientific assessments from qualified researchers evaluating evidence adequacy, then claim development rationale, uh, how each uh, how each piece of evidence supports specific statements, then risk assessment, potentially regulatory concerns and mitigations. So this structure makes responding to FDA queries efficient and transparent. Then future regulatory landscape. So the future brings higher expectations. We all see enhanced digital evidence recognition, tighter quality standards, more post-market surveillance, and greater global harmonization. Companies that embrace continuous learning and transparency will thrive. Those clinging to outdated practices risk non-compliance. Adaptation isn't optional, it is a strategic survival. Then industry adaptation to meet rising standard. Companies must invest in data analytics and AI assisted literature review, then strengthen scientific advisory boards, enhance compliance monitoring system, and proactively engage regulators. So early adopters will shape future best practices, not follow them. Regulatory foresight today means market leadership tomorrow. The strategic recommendations. So here is your action blueprint. So companies should develop a comprehensive strategies that leverage observational data effectively whilst maintaining strict compliance with the DSHEA requirements and FDA expectations. Then implementation action plan. So let's break implementation into phases. First is assessment phase. Evaluate current evidence portfolios and identify gaps in observational data coverage. Then enhancement phase. Develop a systematic approach to observational study evaluation and integration. Then integration phase, incorporate enhanced evidence assessment into routine claim development processes. And monitoring phase, establish ongoing surveillance system for new evidence and regulatory development. So by by operationalizing these steps, companies build evidence system that evolve, not expire. Um, then key takeaways to summarize our journey: evidence integration, observational data serve as a valuable component of comprehensive evidence portfolios when properly evaluated. Then regulatory compliance success requires understanding both the potential and limitations of observational evidence under DSHEA. Then quality standards, maintaining high scientific standards and conservative claim language ensure regulatory acceptance. So observational data under a DSHA is both an opportunity and a responsibility. How you handle it defines your reputation. Moving forward, at the close, remember that supplement regulation is evolving toward an evidence first era to move forward successfully. Stay informed. FDA guidance and enforcement trends change frequently. Invest in data quality. Observational studies must meet the same scientific rigor as RCTs. Embed compliance into culture, not just documents. Adopt a cross functional collaboration. Scientists, lawyers, and marketers must align on every claim. So the companies that keep learning, adapting, and validating will define the next generation of trustworthy supplement brands. So thank you for your attention. I welcome your questions about leveraging observational data for supplement regulation under DSHA.
Thank you, ma'am. There are some questions. First question is, as a digital health and biobank data become more common, how is the FDA adapting its evaluation standard for these new forms of observational evidence?
Okay, so um, common causes like disease prevention, language, overstated efficacy, or selective citation of favorable studies while ignoring contradictory evidence. So, this I think triggers FDA warning letters related to observational claims.
Second question is, if observational data cannot prove cause and effect, why does the FDA still allow it to support supplement claims under DSHEA?
Um, Okay, so FDA has not evaluated this statement. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Require under DSHEA guidelines. So disclaimer must accompany structure function claims.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. It was very informative session. Thank you.